workhorses in the Delhi capital team, the untapped potential as we call it. Can you tell us something about them?
Like I'll just address the first part. Like you mentioned, that young, they come in small packages with a big solution. But for that, we have a very matured coaching staff with us, with Ricky under the leading from front. So that makes Ricky has the experience of winning it thrice the World Cup for Australia, and he is also striving to do it for our franchise. So from that point of view, we are blending experienced coaching staff with the young team. So like going forward, some of the young guns whom we have picked up, we really see the we have Roman Powell, who is into the making of Russell, and let's say the other West Indians who are great finishers, and they really do great on the field. And as you would have seen in the last game, he nearly turned the game on its head just by individual performance. So we want to see more of that, and with every innings he will only mature. And similarly, we have Warner and Prithvi right in the start. So they are already performers which are from that point of view. We have very high hopes from Lalit, who is shaping into a good all-rounder, and at the moment country needs to discover him, and by his good performances like which he has started doing from this season, with lot more performance, better run rate, into strike rate, he will certainly be noticed by all. I think people have already started taking notice of him, so that way he's going to do well. Of course, we have Yash Dhul in our rank, who is yet to be blooded, but then the thing is, he's the one who got us the World Cup, under 19 World Cup. He's a Delhi boy, he's a Delhi Capitals Academy product. It's a great story over there, as somebody who comes to our academy with a star in his eyes, learns the rope, performs, and then get picked up for the franchise. It's a great story. Now that he's part of our team, we will look for him to mature and make that transition from boys to the men. And certainly we have all the support going for him. And similarly, Vicky Otswal, these are the young guns who are there, and we are looking forward for them to do well in the coming season.
So I wanted to ask you that, of course, hybrid is the future of work, as we all have read or heard, and it is well documented now. So having said that, what is your plan for Delhi Capital in the future? Is it going to be a digital focused platform via its engagement, or is it going to be focused more on, as we call, brick and mortar space?
See, it's sports have been all about performance in front of the crowds all this while. But use of technology is becoming more and more evident, and consumers are actually looking to consume sports in manner other than the match. Also, like it could be in terms of all the snippet which goes to them on a social media. It could be consumption in terms of the data and the stats which are given to them through analytic platform which is there. So at the moment it will remain in transition. Brick and mortar companies are all essential which are there. They are the one who have been big sponsors of the sport. So going forward also, like for some time, for a decade or so, I still feel that brick and mortar companies will be the main forte. But then we as a sports company need to realize that as to where our followers are, if they are on the digital, if they are on the net, if they are using the technology platform, we need to put those elements in place strategically, that to be engaged with them for over a longer period of time and continue to meet their demand on those very platforms. So use of technology, as I mentioned, could be environment friendly, which could be the EV tech, which is it could be edge tech. Lot of learning is now moving online. You don't have to be physically present in university. You've seen in last 2.5 years, lot of units, lot of students have done quite a bit of their study sitting at home. So that is another platform which is there. Going forward, a lot of financial product. You don't have to go to the banks, and you can use entire financial product sitting at home. So financial technology which is there, It could be the use of like we have Rupee as our sponsor, Bolt and Hero Wire. So this is where it's going to be maybe another 5 years, 7 years they become the mainstream because they will actually gain consumers and customers over a period of time. So that's what like so we have taken that conscious decision. As I said, we have introduced them into as part of our sponsors and all those things, and we're making it forward. It gels well with the young team, younger profile, and looking forward to the being glued with the our more of the fan and the followers as where they are. If they are in the digital world, we will be there. Wherever our followers are, fans are, we will be there.
So Delhi Capital has a new captain on the helm. And what do you aim to achieve? What is your goal with respect to the new captaincy and what are your expectations?
Yeah, the point is like Delhi Capitals have always been supporting the youngsters. Like same very young captain was a youngster a few years back. When we picked up Rishabh Pant, Prithvi Shaw, Shreyas Iyer, all these players have taken a little time to flower. So we, under the captaincy of Rishabh Pant, we are also expecting the similar thing. He is a young performer who now needs to mature into a captain with maturity and smart performance on the ground. So the idea is that like with the younger team this time we have picked up a lot of youngsters as we could not really retain some of the old guns with us. So we have taken new players with a lot of potential which is there, and because he himself he is a leader who leads from front. So with that kind of a captain, it becomes easy to lead youngsters, and we are giving him time to shape this team with a lot of with potential into turning them into performers. And like once it's done that, we will have a lot more fruitful time on the ground, and I expect our team to do well at that stage. And at the same time, like while we have a younger team, but at the same time we have very matured coaching team and support staff which is there. Like with Ricky at the helm of affairs, with Shane Watson, Praveen Amre, James Hope, all with a seasonal support, with who have been there with the Delhi Capitals for a lot more time. So they've seen the last set of team to actually perform. They supported them well. Now with that experience with them, they are actually at that stage where they can get a lot of youngsters to come and actually fill in those big shoes and start performing for Delhi Capitals.
So IPL is primarily a young person's game, and majority of the cricket viewers are youngsters now. So how do you aim to establish a rapport with the new blood or the new talent or aspiring cricketers themselves? And what are your on-ground activities to engage the viewers here at Aerocity?
Yeah, that's a nice question, yeah, especially in these pandemic times and all this. We have a challenge. The point is, as you pointed out, we have a large fan following in the category of, let's say, 16 to 35. There's 70% of the people sitting over there. Like these are the very people who are offline, but the large percent of the time they are online. So like especially during this pandemic time, we took a conscious decision that we enlarge our footprint onto the digital forum, where we put down saying we did a lot of our watch parties online because our fans were not on the ground, they were not in the stadium. So we activated large community which could be cause based, which could be cricket based, which is there, so that we address to the larger audiences who are present over there, because our most likely fan is going to be spending about 6 to 7 hours online. So but now that situation has changed a little, where activations on ground activities have actually started in earnest. So we made sure that this time we activate our brand by carrying out events. Like we have a DC Toli which is there, which is at the core of these activities. as and when events happen in a location like this, like GMR Aerocity is our fan zone partner. Like unfortunately, because at this moment we are not able to screen the thing because it's all started late. But going forward, we will do a lot of these activations on ground where we can get our DC Toli as well as our fans who can actually share that experience as a community where they come together and with the like-minded people they are able to enjoy the game even if the games are not happening in the city anywhere else. Like that is the whole idea, to bring them together in a location like this, and that is how GMR Aerocity comes into the picture.